Tall, yes. Swedish, no. Good looking, debatable, but I do have some killer advice for you. About, I don't know, little over a year ago, so December 2019, I had my first panic attack. And up until that point, I'd never had one. I'd never suffered from anxiety, depression, nothing. I was perfectly fine. And then it hit me like a train and put me in hospital. I'd heard a lot about anxiety and the people that had suffered with it, but to be honest, for the most part, I just didn't understand it. I thought a lot of people that said they had it were using excuses. Very, very ignorant to it up until it happened to me. And wow, did that open my eyes. I was determined to get rid of it. Very, very determined to get rid of it. And I made it day in, day out, everything I could try. And I did. I genuinely did get rid of it. So please, these are going to be my tips to you for free. I don't want anything from this. I just want to know that you're okay, sincerely. So here's my top 5 tips for you, just to get back a little bit of control of your life and make it happier. We all deserve to be happy. Nobody deserves to be sad. So tip number 1 is realize you are not going crazy. You're not going to end up in a mental institution with white padded rooms and straitjackets. No, you're not going to be put into that situation, because here's the thing: you are aware that you have anxiety. People that end up in places like this are not aware of it. They're oblivious. They've gone crazy. So for them, everything that they see and think and feel, for them, is what they truly believe to be the case, no matter how irrational it may be. You are not crazy. Any therapist, any doctor will tell you that you are not crazy. And the second part, tip number 2, links into this. You are not your thoughts. And if you don't understand what that means, I'm going to explain. You've got a voice in your head called your inner monologue. When you speak to yourself in your mind, whether it's, I need to get this from the shopping list. Okay, I've got this. Okay, that's helpful. But there's also an arsehole part of it. And the arsehole part of it puts intrusive thoughts that you don't want into your brain. And you need to be able to separate the intrusive thoughts, the arsehole, from yourself, because it's not you. Believe me, it's not you. Intrusive thoughts are a massive, massive, massive part of anxiety, especially for kickstarting it. And they always start off with the same 2 words. Okay? It either starts with why. So, why did I do that? Why do people think I'm disappointing? Why did I have to do this? Why can't people just like me? Okay? Starts with why. The second one, and this one's the one you really need to watch out for, is what. Now, what is usually followed by what if. I did write a little example down of this. And the reason why I bring up what if being more important than why is because what if is it'll get you into a spiral, black hole, if you will. You can't get out. So how can I put it? What if you need to go to the shop? Right? I said those 2 words, didn't I? Okay, let's say you need to go to the shop and you suffer from anxiety and you really need to get something important. What if somebody's watching me? What if somebody starts following me? What if this person gets me and mugs me, or even worse? And before you know it, because you've followed these rhetorical questions over and over and over. You know, you've got one question, it leads to another and to another and to another. By the time you've got to the end of it, you don't want to go anywhere. And that thing that's important, and it is important, you've given up. So what you have to do is, with these intrusive thoughts, is recognize them. You have to be able to notice them. Now, I'd recommend trying the moment your brain says, what if? Try it. Now, you're not going to get it every time. It might be, you know, what if this, what if this, what if this? But at some stage, you should be able to take a step back and say, hang on a minute, this is one of them intrusive thoughts. Now, don't get me wrong, danger is real. Things do happen. But out of 100 or 1,000,000, what do you think the chances of it actually happening are? Slim to none. Because you're overthinking it, you're getting pulled down into that black hole and you can't get out. Well, if you can learn to separate the thought and realize, hang on, this is an intrusive thought, this isn't going to happen, carry on about your business. And over time, this is genuine, over time, they just don't even bother you anymore. And if they do, it's so rare. Honestly, let me define anxiety for you and you tell me if I'm wrong. Anxiety is something that manifests when you are trying to predict the future. Here's the thing. Very rarely does it manifest. And if it does, then it's happened. Whatever it is that's, you know, you've got your anxiety about, if it has happened, it's in the past. It's already gone. It's been over in the blink of an eye. It's gone. You cannot change the past. You cannot predict the future. Stop trying to. Stop trying to. Tip number 3. If I can pull it up. I had to write these down because the points that I made, they are important. But I wanted to make sure that I covered them well. So I did have a little bit of a cheat sheet for myself. Excuse me. Stop telling people you're okay when you're not. People are not psychic. Some people, such as myself, I'm very bad at reading people's emotions because I do have a slight form of Asperger's. If you're not okay, it's okay for you to tell people that you're not. And chances are, if it's a close friend or a relative or a good colleague, they will show you compassion and they're not going to add on more of a load than what you've already got. But unless you tell this, you know, these people what's, you know, that you're not okay, they're not going to know any different. Don't expect them to know unless you've told them. You need to tell them. It's okay to say that you're not okay, genuinely. This next tip is my most important tip. Please do not skip this. If you've made it this far, I don't even care if you skip step 5, but please stay for this tip because it is crucial. And it's your diet and your substances that you put into your body. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, come on, man. You know, I eat enough greens. I cut down on the booze. I cut down on the meats. Don't give me this shit. No, it's none of those. It's not actually food. Okay? It's not food. It's drinks. What do you drink in a day? For the majority of people in the Western world, I am willing to bet that it is either tea, coffee, cola, Pepsi, you know, the sodas and the fizzy drinks. We in the UK call it pop. Energy drinks, all the rest of it. Stop. Stop right now. And I'm going to tell you why. This also actually applies to chocolate. But caffeine is by far the absolute kryptonite of you if you have anxiety. The reason being that you have a brain, and in that brain is a chemical called serotonin. And serotonin regulates your diet, how and when you eat, it regulates your sleep cycle, it regulates your mood, and it regulates your emotions. Now, when you have caffeine, it doesn't just reduce the amount of serotonin, it flat out deletes it. Okay, your serotonin is gone. It's vanished. Within 30 minutes of you consuming it, it's gone. Now, dopamine can be produced from chocolate and from coffee. Dopamine only lasts about 5 minutes. A lack of serotonin, to rebuild that back up, can take days. Hours and days we're talking here. Okay? Cut out the caffeine. Please cut it out. Each and every time I had a panic attack, it was always when I'd had a coffee or an energy drink. I had these powdered ones for gamers. It took me a long time to realise that. And the very last one that I had was self-induced. I actually induced it myself because I wanted to make sure this is a contributing factor, and I was right. Please try and avoid caffeine if you have panic attacks or anxiety. They will do you no favours. No favours at all. And the last one is to have at least 2 plans a week. Now, the reason why I think that's important is because you need to have something to look forward to. In our daily lives, we have a lot going on, and it can feel like Groundhog Day. You know, we wake up, we do the same stuff, rinse and repeat. And you just feel like you're not catching a break. Set yourself some time, at least twice a week. Learn something new. Okay, or alternatively, do something that you already like to enjoy. Give yourself that little bit of time for it. Because what this does is it gives you a purpose to look forward to something. Now, maybe you think, oh, well, I don't have any hobbies. There's plenty of things out there for you to do. Okay, maybe you always wanted to try some form of art. Maybe you wanted to try to dance. You know, maybe you wanted to learn a new language. All of these are valid, but you have to have something to look forward to. Please set yourself that time. You deserve it so much. The other one that is very, very good at this, and it is proven to release chemicals within the body to help the brain, and you'll have seen it anyway if you've tried to get help for anxiety, is exercise. I don't really do it. I did try it out and it did work, but I'm going to be honest, I'm quite lazy. So yeah, please set yourself time alone for you. I want you to be at peace with yourself and your mind. So please realize your intrusive thoughts are not you. Please realize you're not going crazy. Please realize that caffeine is from the devil, and set yourself some time for you, okay? If this gets any views and it helps one person, I've done my job, and I'll be very, very thankful to those that have watched it. And if I've helped you, thank you for giving me the time. So yeah, peace out, God bless, and maybe there's another one coming soon. I don't know. Bye.